Still there, Seth?
Yeah, my PC crashed. I don't know if it's the server core that's causing that or if it's just my PC. I have no idea. Only seems to happen when I play WoW though, so I don't know.
Do you have all the was it Visual C distributables all installed and all that?
Pretty sure I do, yeah. In fact, I know I do. I'm just glad I have a SSD so I can just immediately start back up. I would say it's barely an inconvenience, but it kind of is. And I'm just gonna go in and dot die that boss because he was almost dead anyway. In fact, I'm just gonna dot die everything up to the next boss. Make up for lost time. Because I'm an
There is
adult
a
and I don't have time for bullshit.
there is an auction house in the Undercity, aren't there?
Yeah, it's they're off to the side, and there's the inner circle that has the bank at the top of it. Then there's like the second circle outside of that, and there should be auctioneers standing up on the platforms there. And then of course there's the third circle with the fucking the green gook fucking river canal running around it. But they're in the second layer circle thing. Words. I'll be right back. What, Babs? Huh? What are you doing? Oh, shit. My server started? I hope so. Um... Why did Steel Series start? I don't give a fuck about all that.
Is there a way to make the auction house like automatically sell what you put in it?
It's supposed to automate that and sell based on what you put in it and what you put in it for. I've never actually put, or no, I take that back. I put a few items on the auction house forever ago at whatever price that it generated, because when you put it in there, it has a preset price.
Yeah.
And I just put it in there for that. And it sold like before I even left town, it sold. Oops. That feeling when you use modify speed 10 and then you run off a cliff. Oh, I did it again. Let me out. Thank you. Alright, what are you dropping? That's pretty good. Did I win it? Are they still rolling on it? They're still rolling on it. Bots probably don't even know how to use it. Or maybe they do, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I want it. Why are they still, like, over here? The fuck? Oh, they probably pulled them from the other, from where they were before I summoned them. That's probably what happened. I can't even click on that, dude.
So.
I'm just gonna summon everybody back alive, so I can move on with my life. Alright, you guys need to calm down. I'll have plenty of time to do all that here in a second. And Baron Geddon kind of wanders around here, doesn't he? Oh, I did say I was gonna die everything up to the next boss. Maybe I'll just do that wave and call it square. I don't feel like being too cheap right now. Kinda wanna fight stuff normally. I have seen that video come up in my recommended. Or no, I have watched it. I watched like the first 20 seconds of it. It is pretty cool. That's like the #1 reason probably to get the classic client with this, is to have the voiceover add-on. I know somebody made a mod for Skyrim that you can actually just sit there and talk to NPCs in VR. Skyrim VR to be exact. Or maybe it's in regular Skyrim too, I don't know. But yeah, you can just sit there and talk to NPCs. And they'll sit there and talk shit about other NPCs. It's funny. That's probably the only thing I see AI being good for. But then you run into that problem where every game has like Red Dead Redemption 2 syndrome, to where you get so sidetracked doing other stuff that you never actually finish the game. Like, you'll just sit there and you'll talk to a bartender for 3 hours, and it's like, oh shit, I gotta be to work in the morning. I did nothing in the whole game. I still have a fucking wooden dagger, the starting weapon. Yeah, you be immune, see what I care. I guess I'll start using cross spells. Flame guards are assholes. Who's doing that? Is it the Firewalker? It's the Firewalker doing that. Armor reduced by 2,000. It's not overkill or anything. Where the hell is Baron Geddon? He's supposed to be in here. Oh, there he is. Or no, that's not him. The fuck? Come here. Fuck him up! Fuck him up! Honestly, if I did not work as physically of a demanding job as I do, I would probably play VR a lot more often. But that would involve me not streaming. I've streamed VR before, but it's like really janky and I can't see the chat. But anyway, I would probably play it more often. And I would probably get that mod, and I would probably just sit there and have a casual conversation with the fucking, I don't know, Kashyyyk. I'm just gonna Blizzard, fuck it. Well, actually, I don't even think they recorded them. Or did they? I thought it was just an AI that's reading, like, off the screen, essentially. I don't know. Maybe they did record it. That's probably what they... It probably would have been the easier way to do it. I just don't know how they put an AI like that in Skyrim when every AI right now has like a limited output. Like you can only ask them so many things or talk to them so long, and then they just like say fuck you, bye. Come back in an hour. That wasn't very hard. Hey, wait, didn't I win that? Like, yeah, I did win that. I'm gonna greet it. I'm gonna let somebody else get it because I won that earlier before the server crashed. So I'm just gonna add it to myself. Now I should probably .save. Is somebody gonna win the wand? Whatever. I'm dot saving. Oh, there he is.
Far away.
Fuck him up. He's just immune. Okay, fine. I'll use this. Damn. Oh, these aren't as good as what I have. I want to know who wins the talisman. Oh, this guy did. Shouldn't he have like a glow to him or something? Hold on. Let me see if I can see his glow. Where is he? Oh. I could just whisper. Oh, there it is. Or is that from the sword? What kind of sword is that?
They can't join our group.
Oh. Yeah, that dropped like a little bit ago. Why are you chasing me? I didn't do anything. Playing a mage tank, in case you didn't know. It's a new meta. One moment. I'm gonna let my bots heal up here. I should probably fight all these guys because of the quest I'm on, but nah. When I'm in a raid, I just want bosses all the time, 24/7 bosses. Oh shit! There's things happening. I'm trying to click on a enemy. There we go. Apparently these lava reavers hurt. Did I fight all the bosses so far? Yes. You know what, no matter what I do, they're immune to something, so. Uh-oh. Pulled aggro. Again. Actually, I probably want mage armor more than anything. That's not the video I want. There we go.
During a time when XP loss was the bare minimum penalty for dying, World of Warcraft made you simply run back to your corpse.
One of the great things here is that when you die and death is an inevitable...
Hold on a second. Did somebody copy my idea?
Leveling in classic World of Warcraft using Chat GPT.
So I've played what I would say is a decent amount of World of Warcraft.
Okay,
I started
smart.
playing back in Mr. Pandaria, which happens to be my...
About 2 weeks, yeah.
Nagging in the back of my visit my introduction. Tailored leveling warrior in classic World of Warcraft. Our leveling guide.
Yes.
I've settled on making an Orc warrior for this run, so I'll just ask it to make a leveling guide for an Orc 5. We can train new abilities.
And also, to be fair, the Valley of Trials is inside of Durat.
Nothing really different about this with the AI, so we'll just whip through and get these quests done. A couple of dead boars here.
The numbers in WoW just feel...
I often played in 2-hour stints between some uni work, and that's mostly down to just sanity. Because playing low-level classic stuff really does get to be a slug at some points.
Oh, it
But
definitely
nonetheless,
is.
I get to level 5 and reach the first warrior trainer. Here I get a few new abilities, repair my
smart.
gear, and move further along in the quest lines. Again, still
That's pretty
with
good.
level 10 we unlock talents, and according to the guide, it's the end of our time in Durotar. Now I could look up the most viable talent tree for me on
Yeah,
sites
just
like
have the
Icy
AI
Veins
do
or
it.
Wowhead.
You just copied my idea. That's what he saw my stream. Copied my idea, but he copied my idea. I was doing the same thing, even more in depth, which got annoying. Because the bot kept forgetting, like, what we were doing, even though he has access to the entire conversation, kept forgetting what we were doing. That's
Leveling in
annoying.
Classic World of Warcraft.
I'm upset now. My day's ruined.
Would set their sights on. World
Yep.
of Warcraft.
How
took
dare
a
someone
You know, like the same thing Final Fantasy did 10 years later.
do such a thing?
completely different style of approach. During a time when XP
Yep.
loss was the bare minimum penalty for dying, World of Warcraft made
It's okay. I'm actually going to stream it instead of fake it and cut up a YouTube and pretend that I did it all with a bot.
you simply run back to your corpse.
Shots fired.
One of the great things here is that when you die and death is an inevitability in all these games, it's really not that big of a deal. All other online RPGs make death a really bad thing because dying should be bad, right? Well, in World of Warcraft, pretty much all that happens is you sit out for a bit. You respawn back in a graveyard and you run and get your corpse and you respawn. You don't lose experience points. You don't lose your items or any of that stuff.
Forge
Hitting
your
the
own
next
path.
level took years in other games. World of Warcraft, it took months for most players. And when systems were...
You know, I wonder how many YouTube videos of, like, World of Warcraft, like, people doing weird shit, are them in, like, a private server core, and they're just simulating that they're leveling up and playing their character. I wonder.
complicated
Holy
and confusing,
shit.
requiring external literature to understand. World of Warcraft systems were relatively straightforward,
Yep.
and when character stat and template choices were often permanent, World of Warcraft featured costly but reversible methods of character progression and
Yeah, you have to remember, 50 gold respecs back in the culture of 2004 was an easy respec. That's like, oh, you can just go and do whatever you want. Yeah, that was an easy fucking respec because you have to remember, like, all of the games, like, basically, like, culture around, like, Dungeons and Dragons, right, was influenced primarily by Tolkien, obviously. But, like, every bit of, like, fantasy gaming for, like, a very, very long time, and, like, you could argue still now, was derivative of the original Dungeons and Dragons. That's why you have dice rolls for critical hits, and you see that DNA in, like, every fucking fantasy game. And like, back in Dungeons and Dragons, it was harder to respec as well, especially in the earlier versions. That's my understanding.
customization. In other games, you had areas designed for large groups of high-level players, referred to as raids, but they were commonly out in the open world, which resulted in having to compete against one another for kill credit. Due to this, there was a greater sense of urgency to complete the raid in its entirety in one sitting.
I should have been
before any
Frost
other
Mage.
guild had the chance to catch up
Yep.
and bring unwanted competition. Marathon
9-hour
sessions
raids.
of guilds setting up 24-hour shifts was a common strategy to maintain
Oh, my
dominion
mana's
of
gone.
these raids, in
How
many
about that?
cases to the detriment of the health of the players. This Final Fantasy XI boss was engaged for 18 hours until players were forced to quit after they began to faint and vomit. Though this boss in particular...
But guys, he was at 10%. Just keep going. It's only 2 more hours. Yeah, come on. You're almost there. Remember that? Yeah, that's how serious this game used to be. Like, people back in the day were ridiculous at these games. It was nuts.
Shadow Strike, not for
Shortly after
me.
the incident, this was the state of the endgame for most
Cauldrons of
MMOs in
Might,
these
not
early
for me.
stages. However, World of Warcraft had been one of the first MMOs to standardize instance raids, where players and guilds could create their own unique raid instances, resetting on a weekly basis. And as for the raid bosses themselves, although today seen as archaic and simplistic, at the time they were quite advanced. In a
Oh,
genre
it's like you look at this thing. What is this? What is this? The Triangle Dragon, the Lord of Geometry? Like, what the fuck does this? What the fuck does this do? You know what I mean? Like, this is the Lord of Geometry. Like, of course not. Like, what the fuck? And so, like, whenever WoW came out and like it had instances, it sounds really cool to have these outdoor raids until you have the outdoor raids. And then you realize how fucking annoying it is. That being said, we did have a lot of fun in Classic WoW doing the world bosses. It was fun. Having a little bit of it is okay. I hope they have that in Ashes of Creation.
where raid bosses boiled down to having a unique name with a higher health pool and increased damage. World of Warcraft would add unique, and often at the time, complex mechanics that required teamwork and thought to overcome, which in turn would become one of the game's major selling points.
Yep.
The worlds had NPCs, but were commonly static, whereas the world of Azeroth felt more alive with dynamic NPCs going about their daily
Where am I
lives.
supposed to go here?
Simply put,
This
what
way?
it didn't invent, it improved.
And
MMOs
that's the thing, is like, yeah, back then there were just characters that just sat around. Like, so many of the things that you take for granted now, like, for example, like in New World, there's no loading screens whenever you're running around in New World. World of Warcraft was the first MMO, really, or the first big MMO I know, to just not really have loading screens. You just go from one zone to another zone. That, just like that simplistic thing that, like, everybody takes for granted now was gigantic back then. It was huge.
were in a constant state of almost theirs, and World of Warcraft was the first one to bridge that gap and bring it into a more mainstream audience, and it reaped the rewards because of that.
Somehow they went
The
back
game
on
would
that
continue
Shadowlands.
development throughout the years, with teasers being released in the form of magazine interviews and trailers, keeping the curious onlooker abreast on its direction. And after a long alpha and beta testing period, the moment of truth came on
I'll go ahead and clear this out because Major Domo is going to spawn here.
Yep. Oh man, guys, I can't believe that these new games can't keep these servers up. It wasn't like this back in the day. I tell you something, back in the day they used to run a whole lot better. Uh-huh. Yeah. Ain't shit changed. Yeah, it was worse. Because back
strategy of
then,
appealing to the casual gamer worked well. A little
back then, the developers didn't care. Like, now they hire a PR person or a community manager to pretend like they care about you. Back then, the developers were like, fuck, really messed this one up, huh? Oh, we'll fix it eventually. I'm gonna go to lunch. Yeah, like, they didn't even give a fuck.
too well.
It's
Blizzard in no
borked,
way
yep.
was prepared for the frenzy of players eager to get into the world. Disconnects, lag, and rollbacks would persist heavily for the opening months, and
Yep.
still consistently through the next couple of years. Forums daily would be filled with outrage, demands for a refund, and even threats of lawsuits. The miraculous thing about it, though, is that
Nothing
it didn't even
changed.
seem to slow its growth. The launch today is looked at as disastrous, and yet still
Nobody cares about a bad launch. Literally nobody gives a shit. they will come back and play the game later on if it's good. That's why I tell people, it's like every launch is going to be shit. Why is it going to be shit? Because it doesn't really matter. Look at this, RAM or video card? Yes, this was a real question back in the day. This was back in the Stone Ages. Like, people had
That's true. I remember when I got my first RAM upgrade on my first PC as a kid. It was like, oh my gosh, my computer runs 7% better now. Can't believe it. Back when I was playing Operation Flashpoint pretty much exclusively in the mission editor.
to connect. There was like an aqueduct with
Hey,
water.
Michael King, how's it going?
You had to connect that to the stone cutting device, and then the stone cutting device's connected kinetic energy would power the hamster wheel that would cause the computer to turn on. And that's what it was.
People came back again and again. How can a game that's playable maybe 50% of the time hold such a demand? Well, it's because it was that good.
It was good.
Years of development had paid off, as World of Warcraft quickly became a hit, almost immediately dwarfing all competition at the time.
Beat
and
they
robbing
ass.
them of their player bases. It was the vampire of the MMO industry at its release, and it would suck the life force out of every single previously mentioned staple of the genre.
But there was one unfortunate thing. The unfortunate thing was it launched right when WoW launched.
Yep.
So WoW brought the whole industry down, not just us. Every online game out there went down as soon as WoW went out. WoW was like a huge succubus of players went over there and drove into WoW.
Yep.
And it drove all our numbers down.
60 levels of progression and a world of challenges awaited the eager player base, and there would be many landmark moments just waiting to be claimed. Players rushed to the max level, and the title of the world first level 60 went to a player named Zenith, a troll rogue on the Stormreaver server
I didn't
on
even know
December
that.
3rd, 2004, a little less than 2 weeks after release. By today's standards, incredibly slow, but back then, a no-life nerd, as onlookers weren't shy of expressing. On January 30th, 2005, the game would see its first raid cleared with the death of Anixia, taken down by the Guild Ruined on the Proudmoore server, and many players for the first time got to see the famed epic quality items that she hoarded.
Oh my god.
If you type grind in a party chat with the bots, do they all go grind?
They, you know what, let me do it right now. See, I actually haven't used that command in like forever. But they used to just fucking all split in different directions like cockroaches when you turn the light on and just start killing random mobs.
Now summon's not working. Son of a bitch.
Well, you have to have a GM account to use summon most of the time, from what I understand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That looks like I need to GM.
You just type a command in your server window and restart the server. I don't know how many stacks of this I got on him. I don't even know if I'm doing any damage to him, quite frankly. The numbers are too high. I can't see them. Oh, there they are.
Oh, they flew in. That's why I couldn't summon them.
Yeah, if they're in the middle of doing something and you're not a GM, they wait until after that action's over with and then they'll pop them.
Right now it's top grind. There they go. Well, one of them did. There they go. Checking the mailbox. Now, yeah, they're all scattering.
Blizzard would spend the following years perfecting their craft. As their subscriber base increased, so too did their budget, and more servers would quickly be added to support the booming player base. New patches would not only release new raid tiers, but also systems, items, and much more. And
I
There's a
like how
lot
the
of
bot
shit
replies
here.
grinding, but it stays still.
Yeah, so it doesn't work like it used to.
Oh, now she goes off. Comes back.
How do I view old chat logs from my streams? Because I kind of need that now. Oh, here we go. Uh, Let me see if I can just look it up. Major Domo. Event start. Wow, command. GM command, I should probably say. Event list. Event start. I could just spawn them over here too. I don't know if I want to do that though. Major Domo spawn. Wow, GM command. Try that. Yeah, let me ask ChatGPT and see if it actually knows. Are you familiar with various GM commands for World of private servers? I need the command to spawn Major Domo X Cutis in Molten Core. Oh, it actually knows the ID for Major Domo. Oh, I mean the command for the script, because I can't extinguish the fires due to a server bug. Okay. Script book, Molten Core. Should be a command that starts the script in which Major Domo spawns. Dot script is not a command. Oh, it doesn't know. I used to be able to view, maybe I'm thinking of Twitch that has the chat preview for streams. It's probably what I'm thinking of. How to view chat log YouTube live. YouTube chat replay. Um, I'm half tempted just to spawn them. I don't know. I knew I should have copied and pasted that command he gave me. I knew it. Oh, you know what? Maybe the app has the chat replay. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Well, I guess not. I'm gonna try looking for it again. Yeah, it's turned on, so why can't I see it? What about the stream before last? Oh, maybe it's not rendered or whatever yet. Or uploaded or processed or that's a possibility. That's kind of a bummer. Let me see if it's maybe in the community guide here. I just got beer on my robe. And my beard. Awkward. Bots guide. Fuck. Oh. Maybe it's in here. Oh, I found it. I think. Okay, he should be spawned now. Debug script list. Debug script. Debug spawn. Debug spawn list. No. Debug db script. Now I think I know what I'm looking for here. This is where he's supposed to spawn, I'm pretty sure. Let me try turning GM mode on. Maybe. That's not right. Hold on. Debug flags. Debug flags. Set all. Oh. Well, how the hell did I clear? Are they clear now? Nope. I'm just gonna spawn them dirty.
Reckless mortals. None may challenge the sons of the living flame.
You know what? I'm just gonna reset the instance. And I'll just do it when he gets back to me because I completely... Unless I can view my old stream chat now, that would help. For some reason, I still can't view it. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, that's actually a perfect teleport spot. I'm probably gonna have to restart the server to do this. Should be all I need to do. Sup, have you been to Upper Blackrock Spire yet? If so, did you get past the part where you have to kill the fire elemental boss? Yes. There are two ways to do that. You have to have the bots interact with the altar. Or you can just use go in the GM mode and open the door. But to fight the boss, you have to get the bots to interact with the altar. And I want to say... you got to go up to it, and you have to do party chat LOS space GOS, and the bots will give you various links to different things that are within our line of sight, such as objects, such as the altar. And you need to do in party chat while everybody's by the altar, U for use space, and then the altar link to the object. You want to shift click hot link the altar to your command, and they will use it, and it will begin the script to do that. Because I think you need at least like 3 people clicking the altar for it to work. Awesome. Glad it worked out for you, man. Yeah, I couldn't for the life of me remember how to get bots to use objects. It's the same thing with with an Alderman. There's like an object there that you need multiple people to click on. It's the same thing there. Hopefully the instance is reset now. I think there's actually an unbind GM command that I can do. Awesome, it's reset. I was gonna have to run it again anyway, because I didn't get the damn item I need.
Not slowly charge in. I need a target.
It's really hard to do AoE attacks when they're just fucking zipping on through. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the one I have here. Yes. Chat replay. Awesome. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and get off here for a little bit until after I eat dinner, and then I'll come back and I'll do a whole run of Molten Core, since I now have access to the command that I was waiting to hear back about. So, I'll be back in like, I don't know how far along she is, 30 minutes? Well, probably like 45 minutes. Anyway, toodles.